Hey everyone, my name is Cindy Makita Dodd, and in this video, I am going to share with you how I started and grew my career coaching company to serve over 300 clients in under 12 months, hundreds of my clients being able to land their dream jobs. I want to share with you my lessons learned, how I did it, what I would do differently if I started again, pretty much the entire journey. I want to share it with you in this video. Bear with me, I have never done a video like this before. If you find value from this video, please give it a thumbs up so I can produce more videos like these to help you all. Whether you're an entrepreneur that's thinking of starting any kind of coaching, career coaching, life coaching type of business, maybe you are thinking of taking the leap from corporate straight into entrepreneurship, maybe you're already a career coach and you want to know how to get more clients, this is the video for you. So from the time I started as a career coach, I was recruited by LinkedIn as a LinkedIn career expert. I have been featured in media outlets like WGN TV, Business Talk Radio, Fox News, and more. I have partnered with amazing brands like Lunch Club, Bacardi, W Hotel, Credit Sesame, and more. I have a team of resume writers under me, 5 resume writers that are helping with the day-to-day because the demand grew so much for our services, and I'm helping hundreds of people land amazing roles every day. I have trained and coached over 53,000 professionals across the globe from the time that I started my career coaching business, and it's been a phenomenal journey. So let's get straight into the lessons learned, how I did it, how I started, how I grew, and kind of where I'm at right now. The first thing I did is that I focused on building my brand to be searchable online. The truth is that there's so many platforms that you can branch out into and get started on, but what I focused on was being where my ideal customer already was hanging out online. So I focused my presence on LinkedIn, which is a huge professional network where my ideal customers and clients are every day. That's a platform that I focused on, and then branched out into YouTube, of course, and Instagram. But those are pretty much the 3 main platforms that I focused on building my presence, on being searchable on those platforms, making sure that my profiles had keywords that my ideal customers were searching and looking for. So as you can see on my LinkedIn profile, I have the keywords career coach, resume writer, LinkedIn writer. On my Instagram, it's branded as career coach. Those are all ways that I made my brand SEO friendly or search engine optimized, so that when people were online, either on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, Instagram, and they were searching for career coach or resume writer, because my profiles were SEO'd or keyword optimized, my profile would pop up. So I would get messages from clients, and still do almost every day, of prospects, of my ideal clients, of people that are looking for my services that naturally gravitate towards me because my profile is optimized and search engine optimized. So that is one thing that I did very early on, making sure that I was searchable for those people that already had the buying intent. They were actually searching for a coach or a resume writer. They would type in the keyword, my name or my profile would pop up, and they would reach out to me. So I made sure that my brand was searchable. I focused on building my presence on LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube again. And from the content that I would build on those platforms, I would then distribute it to other social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and others. So although I did have multi-channel presence across multiple platforms, I focused on building and crafting content on those 3 main platforms, which is where my ideal customers were, and then disperse that content across the board so I could have a lot of presence online. My brand was and is my number 1 arsenal. It's that one thing that I can leverage and use to reach more people, to grow my audience, to expand, and ultimately let more people know what I'm doing and how they can get in contact with me. So definitely building my brand was one of the main things I focused on from the very start when I started my coaching company, and it's benefited me all the way up until now, as it continues to do. Number 2, I focused on sales and marketing. You could have the best product or service on the market. Maybe you're an amazing coach and you know that you have that passion to help people, but if people don't know about you, they can't buy from you. So one of the things that I did was focused on perfecting and getting better at my sales and marketing ability. Even more than that, I focused on how to close deals. And for a coach and maybe somebody that isn't familiar with the sales and marketing space, knowing how to sell on the phone, knowing how to be a closer, knowing how to take a prospect from the point where they're interested, you get them on the call, like a consultation call, to the point where you actually close them and they take action to purchasing your product or service. That's a whole process, right? And knowing how to actually take that prospect from point A to point B, the whole closing and selling journey, I was able to perfect, and I really focused on selling. The benefit of running my own marketing and sales agency, I know how important sales is. And so for anybody that's starting on their entrepreneurship journey or thinking of becoming a career coach, this is one of the things I would nail down on. Make sure that you know how to sell. I would get on the phone with a prospect, pitch my product or service, and close them on the phone for thousands of dollars for executive coaching or whatever coaching package I was selling. And I was confident in doing that because I knew the value I was bringing to the table. I knew that I could help them get the transformation that they needed, and I wanted them to take action. And so I had that confidence to close people on the phone because I focused on sales. And sales can sometimes be a very tricky part for some people, but let me tell you, it is crucial if you want to start and grow a coaching business. One of the quotes that I heard that I resonate with so much is that sales is service. If you don't like sales, it means you don't like to service your client. And so the two go hand in hand. And it's one of the things that I feel like propelled and accelerated my results. Even just making offers online on my socials. Letting people know, hey, I have a resume special. Click this link if you want to learn more. Click this link if you want to buy. Like, hey, I'm just launching my coaching program. I'm on my stories in my social media selling. If you want to grow your coaching business or any other business for that matter, you need to get married to SAM, and that's sales and marketing. Number 3, I got social proof early. So social proof is things like testimonials. It's other people speaking about your work. Did you get them results? What are your clients saying about the way that you worked with them, how you interacted with them, how the process, the journey, the transformation was, and how you were able to get them from point A to point B. There is nothing more powerful than social proof. And this is one of the things I focused on very early on in building my coaching business. Because if I could show somebody that I could get a prospect or client from point A, where they were lost and stuck in their career, they didn't know the next steps, to point B, where they had clarity and they landed their dream job, I could replicate that process for the person that was interested. So I really focused on showing my customer journey, on getting social proof, and most of all, getting testimonials, as many as I could very early on. So whenever I would service a client and I would help them get a result, I would ask for a testimonial. I would screenshot the testimonial, or I would get on a call with them and record it on Zoom. There is nothing more powerful than social proof. I have reviews on my LinkedIn profile, on Trustpilot, recommendations. When other people are able to speak on your work and are able to show the value that you bring to the table and how you've been able to help them, there's nothing more powerful. And it gives a potential prospect or client confidence that you could help them achieve that same transformation. So I would use the social proof that I would get, the screenshots, the graphics, the testimonials, recommendations, etc., in my landing pages, in my webinars. When I was on a presentation, I was showing slides to a potential prospect. I would use the testimonials in there as well. And that completely accelerated my results because people would buy into whatever I was selling because I had proof of the transformation. So make sure that you get social proof early and often. Number 4, I had a variety of service offerings to meet my clients where they were at. So I have digital downloads. I have a webinar that then sells my online course. I have one-on-one coaching that then transitioned into group coaching. I have resume and LinkedIn services. And again, I have a team of resume writers because it got to a point where I couldn't do one-on-one, I couldn't do all of the resumes, but I had a process and a system that I was able to service over 300 clients in that short amount of time because I had so many product offerings available, right? And so maybe somebody isn't interested in one-on-one coaching, but they would do great with an online course. I had that as an offering. Or maybe somebody needed more in-depth coaching and they didn't have clarity in their career. I would point them to my group coaching program where they would get more kind of hands-on or touch points with me in that way. And so having a variety of product offerings not only will help you get more revenue into your business, it also helps you meet your clients where they're at. So anywhere from a $37 download, a digital download, all the way up until thousands of dollars of executive coaching, you can meet your clients where they're at and have few and far between different pricings of services that you offer. And that's one thing that helped me not only get revenue in my business, but to also service my clients the best way that I could. Number 5, I consistently showed up. In building a brand, in being seen as the go-to person in your space, in building influence, it all requires you to show up consistently. I've been able to build my influence across platforms and build my followers, which also generated more revenue into my business because I was consistent with how I showed up online. So it's not just enough to have an online presence and to have a profile up. Choose a few platforms where you can be consistent, where you can add value to your ideal prospects on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. So you are always top of mind for them. You're building your brand, but you're also building your influence. From weekly Instagram lives to hosting webinars, free trainings, making sure that I'm showing up in my stories, posting YouTube videos on a regular basis, making sure that I'm hitting and emailing my email list on a regular basis as well. All of those things just point to being consistent with nurturing prospects, being consistent with how you show up, and then also it builds trust, right, among you and your ideal prospect. Because somebody may not buy from you the moment you make an offer, but after you've built and cultivated that relationship over time, they see you as the go-to person. So when they are ready to purchase, you are the first person that they think about. So be consistent with how you show up. There's nothing more powerful than consistency. So that was it. I hope that you learned something from this video, whether you are just starting out in the entrepreneurship space, maybe you are thinking of starting a career coaching or other coaching business, maybe you have a side hustle and you want to grow it, whatever it looks like for you. I really do hope that this video was useful. If it was, please give it a like. And if you want to see more videos like these, let me know in the comments. Comment part 2, and I would love to do more videos like these if you find them useful. Not only was I able to do this for my coaching business, my husband and I actually run a client acquisition agency where we're helping other coaches, consultants, and marketing agencies build their client base, scale, and generate revenue on an ongoing basis without thinking about where their next client is coming from. And I have a free download for you. If you stayed right until the end, I want you to click below to download a free resource that's going to show you exactly how we're helping hundreds of businesses on a monthly basis grow and scale their client base and be seen as the go-to people in their space. So click the link right below this video for that free download on how you can accelerate your client base and ultimately scale. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.